Hello, my friends. This is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine, the most honest doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of medicine experience, clinical experience, 30 plus years. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about all these lies, how all these people online, everywhere, in every website and all this stuff, are lying to you about your hair loss. They are just lying to you so that they can sell you stuff, or they can score points, you know. I mean, it's crazy. Or they can score viewers. So there's this guy who is posting on all these websites and all these social media that if you buy this little product, buy me this, keep your credit card ready for $50 and your hair is gonna grow back. You are lacking this nutritional vitamins or minerals and blah blah blah. If you buy that product that you put on your hair, your hair is gonna regrow and blah blah blah. It is all BS. They are lying to you. Guys, the hair loss industry is making hundreds of millions, billions of dollars out of the misery of the people who are losing their hair. And they know it very well. All these people who are selling you, all this pharmaceutical industry, these private people, these so-called supplement industry that are selling you this fake stuff to regrow your hair. You regrow your hair and you're going to have a full set of hair like Dr. B. It is all BS. It's just not going to happen. Listen, Dr. B has always been honest with you. I am not here on YouTube to sell you any fake stuff, to tell you BS. I love you. I care about you. I'm a real doctor. I'm not a fake one. I'm not a chiropractic doctor. I'm not a dentist doctor, a dental doctor to talk to you about your hair loss. And I'm not one of these homeopathic doctors. I know physiology. I know anatomy. I know cellular biology. I know biochemistry. I know chemistry. I know molecular biology. I know cellular biology. I know endocrinology. I know pharmacology like the back of my hand, everything. It's crazy. I see these people who are chiropractors, dentists, acupuncturists, everywhere on every website imaginable, talking about your hair loss, trying to sell you stuff. What does a chiropractor, what does a dentist, what does a acupuncturist know about the physiology, the anatomy, the histology, the cellular biology of hair loss? They don't know no cazzo. But it's always funny. They make sure that you buy their stuff and that you register and you become a member on their freaking channel. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, they say. Don't forget to become a member of blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's really crazy, right? It's crazy. Listen, they are all lying to you. I'm sorry to say that. I know that it hurts you. My dear brother, my dear sister, you are losing your hair, right? 99% of hair losses all around the globe, right, are due to genetics. 1% maybe of nutritional deficiency, right? Hypothyroidism, psoriasis, trichotillomania, right? Trichotillomania is this guy who has a mania and he always pulls his hair, so eventually he gets hair loss because he keeps pulling the damn hair, right? Or the guy who has hypothyroidism, the woman who has hypothyroidism, the people who have some weird vitamin deficiency. Guys, we are living in America. Most people, 99% of people, are not vitamin deficient. They eat enough garbage outside. They eat enough bread, rice, and pasta, and pizza, McDonald's. You get enough. They eat enough fruits and vegetables, and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Now, they might not get all the antioxidants that they need, right? But I mean, come on, guys. They don't have vitamin B1 or vitamin B6 or vitamin B5 or zinc deficiency or protein deficiency, right? You know that you need protein, right? In order to build healthy hair. You need vitamin B1, you need vitamin B5, vitamin B6, you need zinc, you need sulfur. Even the guy who eats junk food, right, every day, filling up their mouth 5 times a day, going from this restaurant to that restaurant, processor, there's enough of these vitamin, this simple vitamin that your hair needs, right? Your hair doesn't need, in order to grow, your hair doesn't need any weird vitamins or minerals that nobody has heard of, right? You know that, right? Now, obviously, 1% of hair loss can be caused by hypothyroidism, some form of enzyme deficiencies, some psoriasis, but you know yourself very well. Look at your scalp, it is healthy. Look at your skin everywhere else. You don't have no psoriasis. Look at your scalp in the mirror. You don't have psoriasis. Worst comes to worst, go see your doctor and ask your doctor to check your hair, right? He's gonna tell you, well, your hair is okay. You just, like 99% of guys, you are getting bald, right? That's it. You are losing your hair, right? Because it's genetic, for God's sake. Don't fall into this trap of spending thousands and thousands of dollars into these weird products and weird creams and weird stuff that you can drink, that suddenly your hair is gonna grow. Now, I saw online, there's this advertisement about this weird helmet. Like, you put this helmet, right? And this helmet emits a weird infrared radiation. Ooh, infrared radiation that is going to grow your hair. My God, these are crooks. These are quacks, right? It's crazy. False advertisement should be a crime, but it's not, unfortunately. So this guy and this woman advertising this weird helmet that you connect it to the power outlet, and supposedly in 2 weeks, if you buy that helmet for $150, it emits infrared radiation to your scalp, and that is supposed to grow your hair. I mean, only a fool or somebody who doesn't know physiology, anatomy, dermatology, cellular biology, molecular biology, like Dr. B, would fall for this scam, right? It is a scam. These are quacks. These are scammers. They want your money and nothing else. Do not fall for that. 99% of men who are walking outside who are bald, they didn't get bald because they are lacking some zinc, or they are lacking some sulfur, or they are lacking vitamin B1, B5, B6, right? They are bald because genetically they are bald. Guys, androgenetic, right? Androgenetic or androgenic, whatever you want to call it. Androgenic baldness is caused by testosterone. Testosterone in the hair follicle, the male hormone that women also do have. That's why some women later in life start, or earlier, start to lose their hair. Obviously not that much as guys, because guys has 10 times the amount of testosterone that a woman, but they also do lose their hair. It's genetic, and it's a genetic, we know the gene very well. So the testosterone gets converted into the hair follicle and in your body in general into dihydrotestosterone, DHT. Now you can block DHT by putting minoxidil or by eating Propecia, or both, right? You can eat Propecia, right? Or you can put some minoxidil on your hair to delay a little bit, by a few little years, your hair loss. But eventually, the Propecia that you eat and the minoxidil that you put on your hair, eventually their effect is going to wear out, right? We call that in pharmacology, we call that tachyphylaxis. Means you give to the person a certain medication, eventually after a while you need to increase the dosage because the body doesn't react as good to that dosage. You need to increase it. So the effect wears out. You need to increase all the time the dosage of the medication, and then you get more side effect. So the minoxidil that you put on your scalp is not going to make you a full head of hair, guys. It's just not going to happen. Not gonna happen, right? The same way I'm not gonna become suddenly younger by 10 years. It's just not gonna happen. So those people who take Propecia, same thing, it's going to delay the hair loss. But eventually the Propecia becomes less and less effective, right? And the reason, guys, is very simple. And they don't tell you that. Hair loss is not just a problem of the hair follicle. It is the scalp. The skin on top of your head. You see the skin here? On which the hairs are planted, right, grow naturally, right? That skin also becomes abnormal because of the dihydrotestosterone and genetic reason. So it's like you have a garden, right? If the soil of your garden is not good, or if the soil eventually loses all its mineral, nitrogen, phosphate, and everything, right? And you don't put fertilizer, you can plant all the trees that you want, or all the trees that you had that were beautiful. Eventually they're gonna die because the soil is not fertile anymore. You cannot maintain a beautiful tree, right, or grow a beautiful tree if the soil loses its fertility. So hair loss is the same. Hair loss is not just the hair follicle that is responsive to dihydrotestosterone and falls. It is also over time, as you get older, right, you are genetically predisposed to have your scalp, the skin on the top of your head, to become thin and no longer have normal good blood vessels to feed and to bring blood to those hair follicles so that they become beautiful. Again, exactly like as if you have a garden and the soil is not fertile anymore. You're not going to grow anything in that garden because the soil is not good, right? So be careful about that. So look at the head, the scalp, right? The skin on top of the head of these bald people. Have you noticed how it is shiny and thin? Whereas when you look at the scalp of somebody who has a normal head, right? The scalp is thick. The skin is thick, white, thick, beautiful. You can just pinch it between your two fingers. Look at the head of Jeff Bezos, the billionaire, right? Jeff Bezos. His scalp is shiny like a crystal ball, right? It's shiny, and because the scalp is very thin now. It has been worn out. It has undergone what in medicine we call atrophy, right? So he has lost his hair over the years, right, as he got older, genetically, right? He didn't miss any vitamin or mineral or zinc or sulfur like they advertise, right, that they try to sell you these garbage supplements, right? He didn't miss any supplement because the guy is a billionaire. So if there was any supplement that he would have missed, he would have bought millions of them, right? But he's bought like I don't know, like my palm, right? Look at my palm, there's no hair at all. And Jeff Bezos is the baldest man on earth. He has nothing, all right? So So remember, baldness, 99% of people who are bald, like Jeff Bezos, like John Travolta, right? Did you see John Travolta? He's completely bald, that guy. But sometimes he goes outside, he puts a fake wig, right, that he got from Hollywood, right? And he looks like he got a full set of hair. If John Travolta, who is a multi-millionaire, hundreds of millions of dollars, was missing any vitamins or blah, 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 he would have bought it already, right? If there was any miracle cream or beverage that you drink and you become like me, right? John Travolta would already have bought it with all his millions, right? Do you know what I'm saying? Thanks him for Sylvester Stallone, the Hollywood actor, right? Stallone, he's wearing a wig on his head. It's a fake freaking wig he's wearing, right? If there was a remedy, right, Sylvester Stallone would have already bought it, right? If Propecia and minoxidil would completely stop hair loss, then John Travolta wouldn't be wearing a wig, Sylvester Stallone wouldn't be wearing fake hair, and Jeff Bezos, the billionaire, would have more hair than me, right? So it's all garbage, it's all fake. And I'm sorry to tell you that. I promised when I open my channel that I will never be here to sell you junk stuff, garbage. I will never be here to be dishonest with you. I am a doctor. I own you honesty. I'm not going to BS you like all these chiropractors and dentists and the guy acupuncturist. I mean, what does a chiropractor, a dentist, an acupuncturist, or another doctor in I don't know what know about hair loss? They don't know nothing about hair loss, but they go online and they hear that stuff, so they make a little video or stuff and they put it online, right? Like these dietitians who give you advice about how to not lose your hair. Well, she's a dietitian. What does she know about genetics of hair loss? What does she know about hormones? She doesn't know no cazzo, right? She's a freaking dietitian. She doesn't know nothing about histology, about biochemistry. She doesn't know anything about testosterone, dihydrotestosterone, right? They don't know nothing, but they want to sell you stuff and they want to score points and viewerships on the social media to make money, right? Guys, remember, look at bald people outside. 99% of them don't have hypothyroidism, any deficiency, don't have psoriasis, don't have fleas in their freaking head, don't have anything, don't have trichotillomania where you have this manic disorder where you pull your hair. They don't have nothing of that. They just got unlucky. They received the gene of baldness. And the gene of baldness, you receive, guy, that gene from your mother, not your father. If your father is bald, then he received it from his mother. You received the gene of baldness from the X chromosome of your mother. Really? The X chromosome. A man, Dr. B is a man, right, receives an X chromosome and a Y chromosome. The gene of baldness is on the X chromosome, and the gene of baldness makes your scalp and your hair follicle eventually messed up. I don't want to go into the details, but you lose your hair, right? And you lose this beautiful scalp that was thick and beautiful, white, thick scalp like when you were younger, right? And the scalp is no longer able, like the dirt in your, like the soil in your backyard that is no longer fertile, is no longer able to hold any hair and is no longer able to grow any tree in your backyard because that soil is infertile. So as time passes, the gene of baldness makes your scalp become thin and very shiny. Look at the head of all these bald people. Their skin, their scalp is thin, shiny, cannot bring a lot of blood and nutrients and everything to grow these 100,000 hair. In an average head, there's 100,000. You need to bring them oxygen, nutrients, vitamins, mineral, right? It's not that you are missing them, right? It's because your scalp and the two together, your hair follicle together, undergo atrophy and they fall because of dihydrotestosterone, right? And eventually the hair follicles it involutes completely and no longer grows. That's it. So Propecia can delay it, minoxidil can delay it, right? And you have some other, there's this molecule, antioxidant molecule, that is a polyphenol, that is called quercetin. Quercetin, Quercetin, quercetin. So quercetin has been researched, quercetin, quercetin. Quercetin is a polyphenol that is present in a lot of fruits and vegetables and onions and apples and cranberry and blah 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 blah. And there's some idiots who tell you, ooh, get some onion and put it on your head. Oh, and that's gonna grow your hair. Ooh, if you put onion, because quercetin has been demonstrated to help grow hair follicles, right? But guys, quercetin is like everything else, right? It's not going to do miracle. It's that people who put egg shampoo. Egg is full of vitamin B1, B5, B6, cysteine, right? Sulfur and a lot of other things that your hair need, right? But egg is good for Dr. B, right? I use egg shampoo and I egg my head. I will post a video about that every day twice, right? But I don't have the gene of baldness. So I put egg on my head just to improve the health of my hair. But if you have the gene of baldness, putting freaking onion or putting freaking egg on your hair is not gonna, it might delay a little bit or make it less intense, right, your hair loss, but it's not going to stop it. Sooner or later, you're going to be like Jeff Bezos, you're going to be like Sylvester Stallone, or you're going to be like John Travolta or millions of other men on earth who are bald, right? And then you put a goatee and you're happy and you deal with it, right? I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm honest with you. Quercetin, you can Google it. There are some creams of quercetin that you can put on your head. There are some pills of quercetin, right? Quercetin, Quercetin. Do not put onion, for God's sake. It's stupid. Just go online and buy some pills of quercetin supplements. Google it or put some cream. There are some oils of quercetin. But it's like everything else. It's going to delay it a little bit. It's going to lower the intensity of your hair fall, of your hair loss. But it's not going to stop it because you are genetically predisposed, right? You got the gene of baldness. So you can take 50,000 pills of Propecia and blah blah blah. Eventually, sooner or later, right, your hairline is gonna recede and you're gonna have this bald spot over there and blah blah blah, and you'll have to deal with it and accept it and look at yourself like the value inside your brain, your personality, you know what I'm saying? Your knowledge, your skills, whether you're a bus driver, a carpenter, a plumber, an architect, a scientist, a doctor, a lawyer, a businessman. Your personality matters. Your knowledge, your skills, what you contribute to society. That's how people should and will look at you. Be proud of your balding. Put a little goatee and accept the way you are, right? That's the way you are. It's like the guy who is only 5 feet tall. There's nothing he can do about it. He's 5 feet tall. So what? I have a friend guy. He's 5 feet tall. He's a PhD, genius in mathematics, right? He's a professor of mathematics. The guy is 5 feet tall, right? But the guy, my God, his brain is a genius. He's a PhD in mathematics. I'm very good in mathematics, high-level mathematics. But my God, this guy can whip my ass with his knowledge and skills in mathematics. He's at a level in mathematics that I cannot comprehend, right? He can give a lecture, advanced mathematics, I will be lost. The guy is just 5 feet tall, but it doesn't matter. He's a professor at the university. He's a mathematician, right? So, guys, don't be so superficial. Don't be so empty. Look at yourself proudly in the mirror, right? Now again, try it. Try that Propecia. Try that minoxidil. Try that quercetin. Quercetin has been scientifically proven, right? But anything else, so minoxidil proven scientifically, Propecia proven scientifically by mouth, and quercetin locally and by mouth. You can Google it, you can get the supplement and the cream and the oil and blah blah blah, scientifically proven. But they're not going to do miracles. They're going to slow down your hair loss, but they're never going to stop it. It's not going to happen. The same way me, right? I'm not going to go back and become 10 years younger, right? So try these 3, see how you respond, how much you can tolerate as a side effect. Propecia, has a lot of side effect, right? So try it, see how eventually after a few years or many years, who knows, everybody's different, right? Your scalp, your hair is different than mine. Everybody has a different genetics, right? But if you have the gene of hair loss from your mother on the X chromosome, then you can only hope to delay, right? To delay your eventual baldness. Right? It's like the guy who has a stage 4 cancer. Well, the guy has a stage 4 cancer. It's everywhere in his body. All he can hope is that chemotherapy or immunotherapy are going to delay, right, his death. He's not going to go back and become cancer-free with a stage 4 freaking cancer, right? It's a stage 4. Now, again, there are some extremely rare exception. I don't want to go into the details of blah blah blah, like renal cell carcinoma, cancer of the kidneys, and some rare form of leukemias, rare form of lymphomas. Testicular cancer is another example that can be at stage 4 and in some cases completely undergo complete remission. But guys, 99% of cancer that are stage 4 means the guy has the cancer everywhere in his body. He's done, right? That's it. So it's the same thing. The guy who has the gene for baldness, no matter what he's going to do, right, he's done. Eventually he's going to be bald and he's going to have to wear a nice goatee and accept it and look at himself with the value that he provides to society, the value he brings to society. I mean, these geniuses, a lot of them are bald, right? Max Planck. Look at Max Planck, right? One of the geniuses in physics, right? Who came up in the year 1901. Max Planck came up with the Planck constant, one of the universal physical constant. The guy was a genius, right? But he was bald. So what? He was bald, but he discovered the Planck constant. He won the Nobel Prize of Physics. The guy was bald, right? Like Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, right? But he got the Nobel Prize of Physics, right? So who cares that he was bald? Nobody gives a cat's, right? Guys, I love you. Dr. B is here to help you. Dr. B not here to BS you with fake stuff. Do not waste your money on anything else than minoxidil, Propecia, quercetin. And know that they're going to be temporary measures. They're not going to regrow your hair. No, it's not going to happen. That's a lie. All you can hope is that they're going to delay your hair loss. Right? They're going to delay the hair loss, make it less intense, so that you don't lose so much hair too fast. And eventually, who knows when, because everybody's different, you will be bald and it will be clearly visible and blah, blah, blah. And then you accept it. And by that time, you'll be married. You'll have a lot of kids and grandkids, and nobody will care. And nobody will even look at your freaking bald hair, and nobody gives a cat. So because you are busy with your family, they love you, the kids, the nieces and nephews and your grandkids, everybody, they love you, and your people love you for your contribution, right? I love you. Get back to me if you have any questions. Put your comments and questions down there. And remember, Dr. B is honest. Dr. B is a medical doctor. I'm not a chiropractor doctor, a dentistry doctor. I'm not an acupuncture doctor. I'm not a dietitian. I know medicine. I know genetics. I know physiology. Believe me, I know everything about these basic health sciences. So when I see these quacks selling this kind of garbage and claiming this kind of lunatic stuff, unfortunately, false advertisement is not illegal, but it should be. Dr. B is here to make you understand what is true, what is false. I give you a big hug, and I hope to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.